Back in 2007, Congressman Jason Altmaier, who represented Western Pennsylvania, and I started the first meeting, initiated what we were calling the Tech Belt Initiative, from Steel Belt to Rust Belt to Tech Belt. We needed to tap into all of the assets and resources that we have here in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania, and that was the kind of impetus behind the Tech Belt Initiative. So we had a meeting, and we brought everybody from Western PA and Northeast Ohio, and most people know of these different institutions separately, but they don't necessarily know that we're as close in proximity as we are to each other. So Case Western Reserve and Carnegie Mellon and University of Akron and Kent State and Youngstown State and Lehigh and Penn State and West Virginia. I mean, we all came together for this original meeting, and just with the idea, as well as private sector institutions, as well as economic development programs and initiatives that were going on, brought them all together in Youngstown, Ohio, and just wanted to talk. We wanted to make sure that we weren't duplicating research, that we could partner if there were partnerships available. And that's really how it started. It started in 2007 with a bunch of conversations. And that cooperation, that cooperative spirit kind of built up over time. And then in 2012, when the Obama administration put out this Additive Manufacturing Institute, this Tech Belt region was prepared through the years of cooperation that they had to take advantage of it and put into and applied for this major institution, major grant, and we won. Beat out Georgia Tech, beat out Ohio State, beat out MIT, so some major players, and I think this really speaks to how powerful cooperative networks can be. And that's really how we won. I mean, if Case would have went alone with Youngstown State, may not have been able to do it. If Carnegie Mellon went alone without Youngstown State, may not have won. But we put the whole region together, got behind this initiative, and we were able to win. And here we are today, standing in a old warehouse that is now holding some of the most cutting-edge technology and equipment in the world. What made Youngstown and what makes Youngstown so great is what made Youngstown great in the beginning, and that was our location. We are here between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, halfway. We are halfway between New York and Chicago. We have a legacy of manufacturing here, so our workforce appreciates and understands manufacturing and is hungry for more of it. And so, you know, when you combine the location, really we were the only place. We were kind of Switzerland. We were this neutral place where both Cleveland and Pittsburgh and their institutions could come and feel like we weren't on someone else's territory. And I tease, you know, we got Cleveland Browns football fans and we got Pittsburgh Steelers football fans, and that we need to get past that. We can be that way on Sunday, but you know, during the week we need to be cooperating. And I think the location of Youngstown really was kind of a neutral territory to just begin the conversation, to put us on the map with this grant, and for the President of the United States, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, for that person to give your community a shout out from the State of the Union in front of the whole world is really significant. So there's been a buzz in the community ever since. It's like, hey, the President was, you know, of all the towns in America, he picked Youngstown to mention. And I had some fun afterwards, you know, going up to my colleagues and saying, hey, you know, if they were from Cleveland or Pittsburgh or wherever, I'd say, hey, I didn't hear the President mention Chicago in his State of the Union. Did he mention? Because maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I did hear him say Youngstown, Ohio. So just to have this level of recognition. And then a few days later, I was giving a speech at a land-grant college conference in downtown Washington, D.C., and everybody wanted to know what we did in Youngstown. One person even came up and said, we're putting a Youngstown plan together. Now, this is a national land-grant conference, not Ohio. And someone walks up to the podium and says, we're trying to put a Youngstown plan together. That would have never happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But we're beginning, I think, this renaissance, and really people are beginning to see us as a community on the cutting edge of a lot of different things, and one of them is the additive manufacturing. If we want to have a renaissance in manufacturing, this is how we're going to do it. It's the public-private partnerships getting us on the edge of the research and development of the next generation of products, whatever they may be, and in whatever field they may be in. It could be in healthcare, it could be in energy, it could be in manufacturing, it could be in whatever, because manufacturing is so fundamental. So that's what's exciting about this, and that's why we're going to, from our office, we are really going to spearhead trying to get the other 15 institutes up and running. I think these could be the real foundation for a next industrial revolution in America.